Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The moment my wife said the words, my heart forgot how to beat. Daniel, he isn't yours. First, I thought she meant it metaphorically. That she was angry, that she was saying something cruel just to hurt me. But her face, God, her face was hollow, pale, trembling like she'd seen a ghost. I laughed, a brittle, choking sound. What are you talking about, Lily? Of course he's mine. He looks just like me. She closed her eyes. That's what makes it worse. The room tilted. My fingers went numb. Worse? What the hell does that mean? She opened her mouth and for a moment no sound came out. Then quietly she whispered, "He's your father's, Noah." The words split the air like glass breaking. I remember every detail of that moment. The tick of the clock on the wall, the scent of the lasagna cooling on the counter, the low hum of the refrigerator. All those ordinary sounds mocking the catastrophe that had just detonated inside me. I took a step back, dizzy. What did you just say?" She started crying, hands shaking, as if saying it aloud had finally destroyed whatever fragile wall she'd been hiding behind. "It wasn't supposed to happen. It was one night. He was lonely after your mother died and I was broken. You were working out of town. We both made a mistake." A mistake. That word echoed in my skull like a cruel joke. A mistake is forgetting your keys. A mistake is burning dinner. Not sleeping with your husband's father. I stumbled to the chair, sat down hard. I could taste blood from where I'd bitten my lip without realizing it. "You're telling me my father, my own father?" She nodded, sobbing now. "I swear it meant nothing. We never planned it, never." I slammed my hand against the table. "Stop saying never. He's mine. He calls me Dad. You let me love him, raise him, knowing he was my father's." Lily's sobs grew quiet, almost childlike. "I didn't know for sure at first. I thought maybe it was yours. Prayed it was. But as he got older, the resemblance." She didn't finish, but she didn't need to. I could see it now, the same silver in the boy's eyes, the shape of the jaw. My father's smile. For years I'd been proud of that smile. Now it made me sick. That night I couldn't sleep. I sat on the couch with the lights off, staring at the family photos lining the mantel. One of Daniel on his 5th birthday grinning, frosting smeared across his cheek. My father's hand resting on his shoulder. The same hand that had once held mine when I was that age. It felt like the universe had folded in on itself, erasing everything I thought was real. I tried to remember my father's face at the funeral, the way he'd squeezed my shoulder and said, "Take care of them, son." Did he mean them as in my wife and his child? The thought made bile rise in my throat. At 3 a.m. I drove to the cemetery. The air was cold, damp. I stood before my father's grave, the marble slick with dew. "I forgave you for being absent," I said into the darkness. "I forgave you for every broken promise. But this, how do I forgive this?" The silence mocked me. I dropped to my knees. "You took everything. You took my mother's faith, my wife's heart, my son's bloodline. You couldn't even leave me my own family." The wind picked up, whispering through the trees like a curse. By the time the sun began to rise, I knew what I had to do. Lily was in the kitchen when I came back, her eyes red and swollen. "Where were you?" she asked softly. "At the graveyard." Her shoulders shook. "Noah, please. I don't expect forgiveness. I just didn't want you to find out like this." "Find out?" I laughed, hollow and sharp. "You mean ever?" She looked down, unable to meet my eyes. "You could have told me years ago," I said. "Before I built my life around a lie. Before I called him my son." "He is your son," she whispered. "Maybe not by blood, but by love. You're the only father he's ever known." That sentence cracked something in me. I wanted to hate her. I wanted to burn every memory we'd ever made. But I couldn't stop seeing Daniel's face. The way he ran to me after school, the way he laughed when I lifted him into the air. Could I unlove him now that I knew the truth? I stood there, silent, trembling between fury and heartbreak. "You've ruined everything," I said finally. "But I can't destroy him to punish you." She nodded slowly. "I understand." "No, you don't," I said, my voice breaking. "Because I'll live with this secret for the rest of my life. Every time I look at him, I'll see the man who betrayed me, and the woman who lied to me." Lily reached for me, but I stepped back. "Don't," I said quietly. "Don't touch me." For a long time, neither of us moved. The only sound was the ticking clock, the same one that had witnessed the moment our life shattered. Finally, I whispered, "I'll stay for him. Not for you. When he's old enough to understand, I'll tell him the truth. But until then, I'll play my part." Her voice cracked. "Noah, please don't tell him. He deserves to know where he comes from," I said, turning toward the door. "Even if it destroys him, just like it destroyed me." And as I walked out into the cold morning light, I realized betrayal doesn't always kill you instantly. Sometimes it just rewrites the rest of your life, one unbearable heartbeat at a time.